1, 2, 3. Someone down the hall just clapped too. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That was really good. Okay. He always puts that in there, and I look like a...
Not to be confused with New Kids on the Block.
Back Streets. No, or that.
I'm an NSYNC girl.
Hello and welcome to Coffee with Kia, Season 2, Episode 9. And it has already gone so far off the tracks, and we haven't even started. We're about 37 minutes in to this episode, and it is just starting. I am Cassie Benedict. I am your Director of Outreach, and I'm Kia's Director of Outreach, and I'm one of your co-hosts today.
I'm Brandy Forker, the Assistant Director of Outreach at Kia.
And today, of all the times I've told you that we have a special guest, forget those. None of those people are special anymore, because we have the most special of all the special guests we've ever had today. We have our very, very good friends from the Tennessee Higher Education Commission? Okay. And I'll let them introduce themselves, and then we'll explain why we know each other and why we're here today. So whoever wants to go first.
Madam.
Oh, thanks. My name is Jessie Green. I'm the Director of Communications for THEC.
My name's Dustin Rawls. I am the Assistant Director for Statewide Services at THEC.
Dr. Dustin Rawls.
Dr. Dustin? I didn't even know. Did you know that?
I mean, the bow ties kind of give it
That
away.
gives away the doctor part, yeah.
It's factually true.
Factually true. So I go way back with Jessie, actually. We go way back to, and I don't even know, I was trying to think about this over the last couple of days, like how Kia got involved in what we called for a long time MHEC, and then we realized they call theirs MEC.
Oh.
Right? I didn't know
I
that.
still was calling it
Curveball.
MHEC.
I was calling
Apologies.
it MHEC. Apologies to MEC.
Yes.
We were saying MHEC. But that was the Midwest Higher Education Commission. And are y'all part of that? Because we are not actually part of that.
I don't think we're part of it either.
Okay, so y'all somehow got involved too.
Bill DeBon,
I bet that's how.
he asked us to be a part of a financial aid presentation.
Yes, and they paired us together.
Yes, never had met before.
Never. And it was just kind of like...
So that's where it went wrong. That was the
Like,
moment.
who thought that was a good pairing? Because we were immediately like, hi, bestie.
Yes, same personality.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Like working moms out there trying to change the world.
Yeah.
So they said, we're going to send you guys. They paid for everything. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. They sent us to Chicago, and they were like, who on your team? Because I think I was presenting with you, and then Keith and I were presenting with someone from Mississippi and M-State. I don't know. I don't remember those people as well, but I loved you very much. Clearly, and I know they listen to this podcast. But so we were presenting with a couple of other people, and then I was presenting with you, and then they said, who else from your team are you bringing? And we were like, who else can we bring? So we brought Brandy, we brought Mackenzie, we brought Steven, and we brought David. We were like, 4 more. If y'all are paying, we're bringing half our team. And so we all like just descended on Chicago, and also it was days after we had the FAFSA student support grant.
Yes.
And we, in Kentucky, we asked for $1 million.
Yes, we also got $1 million.
You also, I remember that. I remember
grant.
Jason saying that. Yes, the ECMC grant. And so we were like trying to present, but also trying to get things going to spend this money.
I remember very vividly.
Yes.
Being over in the corner of a conference room, on your laptop, working. How can we spend $1 million in a month?
Exactly. It was
Brewster's Millions, for those who know.
Yes, it was so fast.
Brewster's Millions.
Yeah, that's what our head of finance continued to recall what he called that grant for us.
I loved that movie when I was younger.
I loved that grant. Can we have more? So anyways, so I met Jessie then, and then we ran back into each other because of our connection with Dustin, and we were like, besties. And then Brandy and I had the joy of going to American College Application Campaign convening in April in
Detroit.
Thank you, Detroit, Michigan, the resort city of Detroit, Michigan.
Resort City.
And we met Dustin, and that was also a moment of like very fast friends because he was talking trash right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typical.
I mean, you are from Kentucky.
I know. And I said, don't be mad because you're below us.
Yes. And there's nothing I could say. Right? There's no comeback to that. Tennessee's always looking up at us. I'm like,
I was like, that is quite possibly the best like burn.
Geographical stab.
yeah.
Right.
Don't worry, we will always have Mississippi.
There you go. There you go.
I love it.
Man, we're hating on
Jokes.
So
This is going to
sorry,
be the lowest
Mississippi.
rated podcast we have, and not because of you guys, just because we're all talking trash about everybody. So, anyways, we were like, how can we figure out a way to get you guys on the podcast? Like, we love you so much. We're kindred spirits. We want y'all on our podcast. And so, I was coming to Nashville for the ACT Summit, which I am technically at right now.
There.
Great breakout sessions I'm attending right here in the THEC building. And so I was like, I'm going to be there. Brandy lives very close to Nashville. We love Zach enough and he loves us enough that he will drive to wherever we are. Can we get it approved to do a podcast? And the stars aligned and we were able to meet up and actually have them in person because the alternative was virtual. And I was like, that's just not nearly as fun. This is so much more fun. So we will be interviewing Dustin and Jesse today to see just what they do in Tennessee, how it's different from Kentucky, anything we can learn from and steal, anything that we do that they want to steal, they're welcome to. And it will be a great time. But first, and I was going to make a joke about it being water with Kia because we don't have any coffee, but I need a lot of hydration because I feel like at a conference, don't you feel like at a conference you are in a constant state of dehydration?
There's never enough water at a conference.
There is never enough water. And they're like, it's okay, we have water stations, but like shot glasses.
Yes.
Like, don't
Short
overdo
little
it on that water, y'all.
I need a
Punch
jug
cups.
of water
at all times. Yes. And so I am like desperately thirsty. So if I drink coffee right now, I would be even more annoying than I already am. So coffee talk, our coffee talk question, I put together a couple of them. And I thought, first of all, I wanted to make it very Nashville centric, even though you don't really live in Nashville.
Not really, no.
Where do you live?
I live in Watertown.
Watertown, which is
Yes.
an hour away.
It's about an hour away.
And it's less metropolitan.
We could definitely say that it's less metropolitan than Nashville. Yeah, it's in the country.
It's in the country.
It sure
okay.
is, yeah.
And where do you live?
I live in a town called Cookeville, which is further away
No,
than...
Cookville. Even further.
Yeah, so
How
I'm an
far
hour.
is
I'm an hour
Cookville?
and a half from Nashville.
Okay. And I feel like I feel familiar with Cookville for some reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm there, so most people.
Most people know it from you.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, so
That's the home. They have one of those green signs that says like
Welcome.
the home of Dustin Ross.
in my head, they.
I like Cookville.
Yeah.
I love
That's kind of like
Cookville.
always
Oh.
a stop we make on our way to South Carolina. Like we always kind of. Plus, you can
You're
see
off.
everything from the interstate, and it's kind of like, oh, they have things I can see.
Yeah, Cookeville is the halfway point between Nashville and Knoxville. And so Knoxville, everybody that travels in from West or Middle Tennessee going to Knoxville, Cookeville is very popular
Yeah.
as a stop-off
It's a
location
stopover, yeah.
until, and it's still popular as a stop-off location until Crossville opened
Oh,
up a
yeah.
Buc-ee's.
Oh.
And so,
Burn.
We stop at Buc-ee's on our way
Yep.
to East Tennessee every single time.
Yes.
And on the way back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you stopped at Buc-ee's on the way to Nashville. Yes, me and Zach. I got in his car and I saw the cotton candy from Buc-ee's. And I was like, oh, we too stopped at Buc-ee's and got cotton candy. Like, of course.
Where is a Buc-ee's?
In
On the
Smith's
way?
Grove. It's a
Oh.
little off the path.
I don't come
That way.
the way that
Yeah.
we only live an hour apart, but
Right.
we come to Nashville.
It's okay.
Different
Buc-ee's
ways.
is a destination, so
It is a
it is now.
destination.
Those guys are brilliant. Let's
They're
build the
br-
biggest
yes.
gas station in the world
But what about?
with the nicest toilets. And
I just keep seeing so
print
much
money.
buzz about Dolly's.
That's what my mom was talking
Oh,
about.
I
Yeah.
haven't been
About
yet, but
her
I know a
gas
couple
station.
people here
Is
that
it
have
open
been to
now?
it's
Dolly's.
open. It's been open in 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay,
Yeah.
I asked her. I was like, "Is it like her answer to Buc-ee's, like her competition with Buc-ee's?" Mom was like, "I don't know, but it
There's no
looks
competition
exciting."
with Dolly. Dolly is her own.
Yeah,
That's right. She
well,
always
she made a
wins.
comment in her press conference about. She said something about, well, we couldn't let the Beavers do it all, or something like that.
Yeah,
she did.
Throwing down.
There's your, Yes,
there's
it's
the
Dolly's
answer.
answer to Bucky's.
Okay. Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Dolly's going to win. Okay, so Nashville.
Yep.
I got to the ACT conference. They had a welcome reception last night, and it was at Garth Brooks Bar, Friends in Low Places. So I thought it only appropriate that one of the questions that I ask you guys, everyone on the panel, is what is your favorite Garth Brooks song? Right? Like that's...
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's
I'm
got to
prepared.
have
I'm
one.
like
You're prepared.
questioning if Dustin, he's like, is he prepared?
I have an answer. I do.
Okay.
So, paper, rock, scissors. Go. I will always defer to you, madam.
Such a gentleman.
You know,
Such a gentleman.
I know.
I'm a big Garth Brooks fan. Have been to his concert 3 times.
Whoa.
Yes,
That's impressive.
in 3 different cities: Nashville, Atlanta, Knoxville. When he was at Neyland Stadium, so I love all of the songs. I have very vivid memories of like seeing him in his black and white suit on a VHS tape in my mom's, cabinet. And so, but I have to say my favorite is Unanswered Prayers. If I took it from you, I have another one. I have another one.
Goodness, that one's so good.
But then also The River, because I also remember learning the hand motions to that in elementary school. Did everybody have that same shared experience?
I don't think that there was like an orchestrated learn the hand movements. I think me and my friends were just nerds and we learned it.
So that's. Sorry.
No, listen.
I mean, it's so good.
It's the right answer.
It's the right
It's the
answer.
right
Oh,
answer.
you guys are going to love mine.
So I'm born and raised in Nashville or Brentwood, which is just south of Nashville. So I grew up. I came downtown before downtown was cool, and before downtown Nashville is what it is now. That's why it's so unique to be back and work downtown, because the Nashville that is today is nothing of the Nashville in the mid '90s when I was growing up here. And so we would come downtown every Monday night. There was Dancing in the District, which on First Avenue, which backs up to the river, they would shut it down and put up risers and have concerts every Monday night or Thursday night. Maybe it's Thursday, I forget. So anyway,
We'll fact check.
But Dancing in the District was what it was called, and so that was growing up. But I've seen Garth 2 or 3 times live. Full transparency, I don't listen to country music.
Yeah, you need to ask him about Dave Matthews.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Hear the words.
You said we're gonna bring up Dave Matthews on
might as well. So, I've seen Garth live 2 or 3 times, but I did listen to Garth because he's an entertainer.
Yes.
He can sing, but he's more of an entertainer, and so I loved his. But clearly, Unanswered Prayers, Friends in Low Places is great live. I would say the dance.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
it's a good one.
So good.
And then I did Calling Baton Rouge was a big one I enjoyed. So.
Well, there you go. You got Jesse back by stealing mine.
Oh.
Do you want me to go next?
Yeah,
Okay,
go.
pay it forward.
Yeah.
Well, that's what. So I'm going to say nearly the exact same thing. Like I am not really a country fan. Now there have been times in my life where like I was really into Dixie Chicks, or like I remember for my 21st birthday, my best friend got me tickets to see Kenny Chesney. And while I did have that like CD and I listened to Kenny Chesney, like I was just not a huge like country music fan. But I don't think you have to be a country music fan to love Garth Brooks.
True.
Like he is universal. And also, though, I do want to mention this, and this is terrible, but have you heard the conspiracy theory? I think you told me this.
No, I don't think
You don't think you told me?
I don't think it was me,
Someone
but I
told
do know
me
what you're
this
going to say.
about how, like,
Probably Mackenzie.
Garth Brooks could potentially be a serial killer.
Oh my
I
gosh.
know, this is a rabbit hole you're going to have.
I'm so glad this is your podcast.
I know. You're going to have to go down this rabbit hole at some point, because apparently in every city he has stopped in to tour, there's like a string of like murders in those cities that line up with his tour.
Ashley
dates.
Flowers, we're calling you out for Crime Junkie.
That's right, Ashley from Crime Junkies. Please do an episode on Garth Brooks.
Nobody would ever.
Nobody would
Get
ever.
real.
I was going to say, nobody wants to defame Garth Brooks, not even me. So I don't
No.
think the conspiracy theory is real, but it is very interesting. You should go down that rabbit hole at some point. Anyways, my answer is Calling Baton Rouge. And I'll tell you why, because my best friend was the country music fan growing up, and we got Garth Brooks Double Live when we were in high school.
Didn't everybody?
I was going to say, that is like to this day, I could put in Garth Brooks Double Live, listen to both CDs.
And you know what song is coming next.
I know what song's coming next.
Like,
I know every
one song ends on
word.
the radio and you go into the next one.
Yes, I know every time that he's going to play to the audience and they're going to cheer. Like, I have it memorized, but that was always the most fun one to listen to. And then also, fun fact, we would try to turn every song into a praise and worship song. And so we would be in the middle of, like, singing Call in Baton Rouge. We'd be like, clap your hands if you love Jesus. Like, and so that is like a quintessential high school memory for me, is like Garth Brooks Double Live, turning it into praise and worship music in the car with like and we thought my best friend was like the coolest ever because she had a sunroof.
Well, that's pretty
Back
cool.
in the early or late 90s, early 2000s, she had a sunroof. So with the sunroof open, and it was like the size of a credit card.
Still cool.
It was very exciting. All right.
Oh,
You're right.
Garth Brooks. Okay, the funny thing that you said, even if you aren't a huge country music fan, you can appreciate Garth Brooks. My husband is a huge country music fan. And Garth Brooks is probably too commercial for him or something. I don't know.
Mr. Kevin Forker.
Now, we'll be in the car. He'll sing along, So, I mean, like, some of it, maybe it's a front, but he's, like, too cool for it, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
Garth's
but
a sellout.
it's not his. He's also not, like, a huge Kenny Chesney fan. I
Right.
mean, some of the, like...
The more poppy country singers.
He's not Morgan Wallen. He's not anything that's, like, I guess, pop country. I don't know, whatever.
Someone was talking to me about Morgan
This
Wallen.
ain't about him.
That's right. Someone was talking to me about Morgan Wallen today, and just to show you how little of a country music fan I am, I was like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
So,
well,
go ahead.
I mean, he
Back
sang
to
with
you.
Post Malone. I know Post Malone.
I also only know who Post Malone is because of you.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right. Well,
not
anyway,
cool.
back to Garth Brooks. I was always, it's like those 90s memories, I think it's just part of being a millennial that you have to appreciate Garth Brooks and just that time. And it does kind of take you back. And I saw him when he did the flood relief concerts here. It was fantastic. I mean, they're all good. There's not a Garth Brooks song that really comes on the radio and I'm like, change the channel, change the station.
Yes.
But the one that, like, one song that I really, really love, and now I feel guilty about loving it now that I'm older and I, like, listen to it.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
That Summer.
Yes. Yes. Because it's such a good song. Do you know what we're talking about?
Slightly inappropriate.
Right, and now you hear about everything that happens in the world, and you're like, oh, can I still like this song?
Right, that's where I'm at.
Do you know what we're talking
I
about?
don't. I'm glad.
Well, you'll listen to it.
I'm going to listen to it today.
Right, write it on your paper that summer.
got it written in
As
here.
soon as you hear it, you'll know what we're talking about.
That summer?
Like similar to
that
Crashing to me,
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I got it.
Yeah.
I'm already.
So you
I'm
get the
listening to it.
undertones.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got it. I'm there.
Okay.
Thank
Two
you.
of a kind, working on a full house.
To me.
I do love
yes.
that one. I don't know. I like them all.
I was listening to, like, because we had recently talked
Thunder
about
Rolls.
the Thunder Rolls.
Yes.
We had recently talked about Garth Brooks, and so I pulled up the double live and I was listening to it on the way home one afternoon, and the song came on that's "Mama's in the Graveyard, Papa's in the Pen," which I've also always loved. But I'm like, that is straight up about killing your wife. Like, what? Why was this all okay in the 90s?
It was a different
time. It was a different
You know,
time.
podcast is going to be good when you have like a 12-minute opening.
Always.
Sometimes it's like 30 minutes.
Yes.
Let's talk about Garth Brooks in Tennessee. We do have
other things. Oh, we're going to talk about that too.
Now we have 7 minutes for the rest of the.
That's exactly. We say all the time, if you listen to our podcast, you'll hear a little bit about college and financial aid and a lot about us.
Right.
Sometimes it is like
the beauty.
90% of the podcast.
No,
It's
listen,
just the coffee
I'm-
talk.
But the music
I
is
love
a
it.
switch because it's usually food.
It's usually food. We mostly talk about food. Yes. Look, he's like, how much longer we got? So my next question is, what is your favorite Chris Gaines song? Just joking. We're not going to do that. But I do have another question. Yeah, I'm anti Chris Gaines. I do have another question for
That must have
you.
been his serial killer.
It is the serial killer ego, alter ego.
So
Yes. Okay. What is the most quintessential Tennessee or Nashville thing you do?
What's the?
And we can even say what we think we do. That's like a Tennessee thing.
So I think the most Nashville thing is that I don't actually live in Nashville.
Oh, that is the most Nashville thing.
I live
We
about
work
an hour. We come into work here. But like I mentioned earlier, I do live in the country, honey. Okay. So I've got my chickens.
You are a legit country.
Yes. Yeah, we live on,
Jelly.
we have some acreage out in the country, and so we have chickens and feel like we're living that farm life. We're working on other livestock to expand, but
Look
just
at
chickens for now.
you.
Yeah.
Just homesteading.
Mm-hmm.
Good girl. I love it. I love it.
Yeehaw.
What is the quintessential Nashville / Tennessee thing you do?
Listen.
No, I don't.
was gonna give you a lecture. Okay.
No, so because what popped in my mind was Opryland, and so. And if you've watched this and you get that, like you grew up like Opryland, and so I had season passes every summer growing up. I mean, every single summer. And so Opryland was this wonderful theme park. It closed. They put a mall in its place. So I guess once a year I go to the mall and pour a little water out in memory of Opryland. But, you know, my good buddy Nate Bargatze, the rumor is he's opening up another theme park in Nashville. So
Do you really know him?
Nate, we go way back. We went to the same.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You had us hook, line, and sinker. Like, we were like,
no,
we
should know each other.
fangirling.
He went to DCA and I went to Ezel Harding, and we graduated a year apart. The funny part is I don't know him, but I know we know same people.
Yeah.
So if I needed to get to Nate, I got you, Nate.
He seems like just
So,
such a
yeah.
real
Fun
guy.
Yes.
He really doesn't.
Yeah.
I think it's all show. I think it's 100% show.
He's very
I think it's his act. So you do a great job. I got you. I
I'm
see
sure
you
he
through
will
you.
be watching.
He's watching
this,
this.
So.
He does. He does. I'm totally with you. We have him and my mother.
And hopefully not Garth Brooks.
Hopefully not. Or Mississippi. I'm
Garth
sorry.
Brooks, if you were watching, please don't kill me. I apologize. I don't believe the conspiracy.
Chris is coming.
Oh my gosh.
The gains is coming for you.
The case is coming for you.
Oh man.
Do you have a quintessential Tennessee
Oh, my gosh.
or Nashville thing that you do? Everything. You're so Southern.
No.
You really are.
No, I just when you said Opryland, that is just it. You know, I mean, where I live, it was pretty equidistant to go either to Opryland or to go to Holiday World in Southern Indiana, and like my kids. Holiday World will be the way that I feel about Opryland as a child, because that was like my family would come in from other states, we would meet, we would go to Opryland, and it was just awesome. So yeah, like how I feel like a connection, like now you drive through Nashville and it's so huge and it's just like, let me just get through here, you know, and like I hate that because like my friend was just saying, let's take our girls shopping before back to school. Let's go to Nashville and shop. And it's like the first thing you think, it's like, oh man, the traffic, you know? And like, I hate that because that was not the Nashville of old. And so I still hold that like love for those Opryland days. And
We need a little flim zoom. You know, need a little Wabash Cannonball.
Yeah, it's a little
Rock and roller coaster. Rock and roller
that
coaster.
one.
Chaos. You guys remember that?
Grizzly River Rampage.
Yeah. Oh,
That was
yeah.
my favorite, but it
Grizzly
also
River
scared me to death.
Right. Grizzly River Rampage.
And if I wrote any of them now, I would be puking. Like, I
Absolutely.
used to be able to write it all, but now I
Chaos.
can't.
I couldn't remember the name of it.
Like
So, you know, I was like, there was someone with the clocks, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
You're
Chaos.
inside.
My
Yes.
husband took me to Sears Point.
Yes. Oh,
And
it's
I
amazing.
thought that I loved roller coasters until I went there. And that's like for
Those are like for real
enthusiasts.
roller coasters. Yeah.
And I cried.
Mhm.
I actually
post
got off
babies?
of one and I did cry. No, this one was like
Pre-babies.
my butt was. Oh no, this was like 2 babies in.
Okay. That's
After
the difference.
my
I feel
second
like.
child, we went, and no, I legit like cried.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Are you well?" I'm like,
No.
No.
No, I used to be able
No.
to do it all. The first time I had a baby, that I can't even swing on a swing. I throw up. It's really embarrassing.
I think we're done here.
I think we're done. And that concludes this episode. So,
Episode 9. This is great.
Well, I was going to tell y'all. So
Yes.
all of these people are in for the ACT Summit, and they're from all over Arizona. The entire state of Arizona transplanted to Nashville this week to be at the ACT Summit, and they have embraced Nashville culture. What they think Nashville culture is.
Nashville
When
culture
did
is.
Right?
I'm pivoting to my
Do it.
When did Nashville become popular? I think about when was it?
I was in college. I went to
Yeah.
Belmont, so I was in college here 2009 to 2013, and okay now.
You're a baby.
But I remember the construction every day blasting that was happening, and it wasn't just like near our campus, it was also the skyline, because I remember just watching the skyline actually add so many
Expand.
different so many new buildings, and I think that's when we started seeing like all the bars downtown get bought out by stars instead of like hometown
Just people.
owned.
Yes.
And so the vibe definitely changed, I think, post 2013. A few years after graduating, I would come back and it would just be very different.
Okay, then my
think that
follow-up
makes
question,
sense.
and we'll get to y'all in a minute.
We can't. We're like,
Follow-up question is, when did the whole, in your opinion, bridesmaid, what do you call that? Bridesmaid weekend,
the
bachelorette party. When did the bachelorette
I
party
had my
finish?
bachelorette party
When did
here
that
as well,
start?
because
Remember
it was
too
convenient,
here.
and I was
Yes.
like, well, we're right next
But
to
they
Nashville.
fly in from
Nashville.
They
everywhere.
fly from everywhere, and it's like you can't.
gonna have to
We've
know.
played, a drinking game before of how many bridal parties can you see? Take
Yes.
a sip.
Yes.
Probably don't need to put that in there.
They were sipping on water.
We were sipping our jugs of water.
Stanley mugs.
But I would say sometime in the past 10 years,
Yeah.
it just became known
That's
as like
it's
the
crazy.
The
destination,
destination for bachelorette
crazy brides.
parties. She said hers was here, but
mine was here, but mine was very different.
they went
Mine.
hunting.
No, I got married on New Year's Eve, so we came down and watched the Rockettes. We watched the
Nice.
Christmas
That is
Spectacular.
so
Isn't that
you.
so
I
me?
love that so much.
And I was a little bit older. I was
Got that tax break.
I was like 20.
That's right.
You know it. I was like 27. So, I was kind of like
Yes.
past my woo girl, as Kevin calls it. My husband, he says that's the woo girls. The woo,
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but I think definitely, I feel like I graduated college in 2006, and it was in its heyday, but of having the bachelorettes and stuff
Yes.
starting to come, but like the bars were still
Yeah.
the old original bars. They weren't all country music singer owned. I
Yes.
felt like yet.
Yes.
You think so?
I do. And I don't even know if I should bring this up. I
Uh-oh.
dated somebody for a very long time who owned a condo in the Gulch. And so we would
Before it was cool.
before it was cool. It was brand new. It was a new build back when he purchased it. And so we would come and stay here all the time. And it was just, and I was telling Zach on the way here, like, that neighborhood kind of felt like a small town. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't feel like the big
There
city.
were no high rises.
There were no
Yeah.
high rises. I saw Martina McBride just like having breakfast in the mornings. Like, we would go down to the same little cafe, and she would have breakfast with her daughter, and I would have breakfast and work. And so like that, and that was like 2009 to like 11 or 12.
And people left
And
them
it was
alone.
calm.
People
Yes, they
did
did.
not
The TV show,
make a deal out of it.
Nashville. That probably
Oh,
had
that might have an
something
impact.
to
A
do
study
with
needs
it.
to be
Something to
done.
do with
A
it.
study
Dr.
needs
Rawl,
to be
study
done.
needs
That's
to be
right.
done. I don't care enough
Do you have
for
any
that.
research students who can help you out with this?
Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
What year did you graduate from college?
2005.
Oh my gosh, I am the oldest person in this room.
We want to know what year you graduated. You're the only one that hasn't said.
2001.
Okay. We overlapped.
Not
really.
Cool fact. I have been in Dolly Parton's house.
in her house.
Yeah, in Brentwood. So
Stop there.
Yeah, I've been in there. I've been in her house.
We're reverting back to
Yeah.
previous topics.
Yeah, so
maybe it's
sorry.
time.
We should pivot. I just thought y'all should know that. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
That's a good
awesome.
fact.
Yeah.
Dolly
Awesome.
is our biggest gem in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I was
So-
back and
No
forth
one's the
between
person
if
that
I was
wouldn't
going
love
to use
Dolly.
the Garth Brooks question or the Dolly question. Yeah.
There was no wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer.
But it should have been Dolly.
Yeah.
Should have been
It
Dolly.
should have been
I mean,
Dolly.
he is from what? Oklahoma?
And the
He's not from
answer
here.
He's not even
is
from here.
my children's
Not even
favorite
in
is her
Gary.
version of Rocky Top. So,
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah.
My children enjoyed her books.
oh yes,
we just were talking about 2 nights ago, like
Absolutely.
when Embry turns 5, it will be the end of an era.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because we have gotten those imagination.
the first time
library
that
books.
I got the kindergarten, look
Yeah.
at Here I Come kindergarten.
Stop.
Boo-hoo.
Yes.
Boo-hooed. It was
Yes. And I had twins, and we had them both signed up. So we got 2
Oh,
copies of everything.
Yeah. Oh,
And then Elliot came behind and we got his for 5 years. And then now we're on Embry's for
Yeah.
5 years until we've got 1 more year of it. So I'm like, it will be the end of an era when our imagination books
Yes.
stop coming. So, okay. You want to talk about financial aid?
Speaking about books, let's
College.
talk about
Here you
higher
go.
education.
I actually did prepare some questions for these fine folks. Isn't that exciting? I almost
So
never
we're
do stuff like that.
one question in.
We are 1 question in.
It's not even a question.
7
It's just a
to go.
statement.
It's just the coffee talk. And we have the quick fire at the end, too. Okay, so let's start with the first one is good. I may not do every single one of these because, now Jesse has like a real interview coming up. And so we want to be conscious
I've got
of
a
her
little time. I've got a little time.
Okay. For anyone who may not be familiar, can you guys tell us a little bit about THEC and the role it plays in helping Tennessee students across higher education? How professional did that sound?
That didn't sound like you at all.
It did not.
Well, Madam Director of Comms.
Sure. So, at the Tennessee Higher Education Commission, we're the coordinating agency for higher education in Tennessee. So, whether a student is looking to get a technical certificate or training from one of our TCATs, is what we call them, our Tennessee Colleges of Applied Technology, an associate's degree from one of our community colleges, or a bachelor's degree from one of our 4 years public or private, anything that kind of flows through the state kind of flows through us to our institutions. So we handle anything that will help students access, afford, and complete higher education. We have some programs that people might have heard of before, like the Tennessee Promise. We were the first in the nation to come up with a Promise program back in 2014, 2015. We also have programs like Tennessee Reconnect, which is for our adult learners, where they can go to college tuition free. And then we also have up-and-coming programs like our Tennessee Direct Admissions. So there's so many different facets of our agency, but essentially all the same goal is to provide different pathways to a credential for students.
That's amazing. Very close. It sounds very close to what Kia does. Are you guys also the state aid agency or no?
Yes.
Okay.
So THEC, which is our Tennessee Student Aid Corporation, is one of our divisions within THEC.
Okay.
And they facilitate all of our financial aid in the state.
Okay.
All
Because
of
that's
our
what I was
state-funded financial aid. In the
trying
state.
to figure out. Did we mirror each other that way? Because we are also the state aid agency. So anything you want to add to that, Dr. Rawls?
She did such a great job. No, I just, we do our best to increase access and success to get as many Tennesseans credentialed as possible. That's just one of the simplest ways to restate a goal. Is we had an initiative a number of years ago called Drive to 55. We just saw a need that we needed more Tennesseans with post-secondary credentials, and we wanted to have 55% of the Tennessee population by the year 2025 to have a credential. And so we didn't get to 55%, but so much change happened over the course of that program that shed light on how to improve programs and processes that we made great strides, and it brought new things to life. And so that's one of the wonderful things about working at this agency is coming from a higher ed background, both of us, we are able to build and create and do things that all Tennesseans and future Tennesseans will be able to use to make college more accessible for them. And so it's a joy to be able to do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, and we do. Kia and THEC, we share a lot of the same, goals, student success being a big goal. What are some of the biggest challenges that students are facing today when it comes to planning and paying for college? What do you guys think really stands in the way?
I'll actually go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will. So it's funny. I read this question. It's near and dear to my heart because it's actually what I wrote my dissertation on.
Okay.
Part of what I wrote my dissertation on. So I'm not going to try to sound super nerdy.
We
but,
want you to.
You know, but I will tie this into, Jesse mentioned, we just rolled out a new initiative called Direct Admissions. And it's not new to, Direct Admissions is not new. It's new to Tennessee.
Same Kentucky.
And so we rolled it out in our first year. And part of what, and I did, my dissertation was on impact factors that impact college going in rural counties, rural Tennessee. And so one of the biggest ones is the college application. Whether or not it was a real barrier or a perceived barrier, there was no difference between the families in rural Tennessee. When I say real barrier, like the application was so lengthy that they just timed out and were like, I'm out. Or it was so complicated, they got overwhelmed and they stopped. And so those were real examples of when it was a barrier. But the perceived barrier, like I think a college application is so long or so hard, so I just refuse to even try it. And so those were things that they still actually exist right now. And so working to continue to raise awareness that these things are available. Right. If you choose to, if you have the desire, we have mechanisms and people to come alongside you to walk families through every bit of it. It's just, it's an uphill battle because there is a rural culture that, and it even happens within, urban, but there's a culture where college just isn't for me. And that's just that it took a great amount of time and effort for cultures to arrive at that place where they feel that way. It's going to take a deal of time and effort to combat that so they no longer feel that way.
Right.
So, but that's a big one. Just the application, whether it's real or it's perceived, is it something we're working through. And I'm so excited that Direct Admissions has happened because we're really fighting it right at the, where it's most important.
It sounds so basic.
It is.
And it is just something that you just don't think about when you're working in this world. But, just as an example, my niece, she was just filling out her college application recently, and she hit a snag, and it's like that first real adult, I have to be the one to figure this out. Yeah. And it's just easy if you don't have somebody pushing you through to just go, this is just too much. It's too hard, I mean, transcripts and all of it. It is just, we say it's a simple process. It's not exactly.
And that's kind of what I was going to mention is information overload.
Right.
I think that they have so many different avenues of ways they're getting information now. There's texts and emails and social media, and it's just there's so many different instructions coming at them. I think about my nephew who is just graduated and is going into college, and he was like, all these spam emails that I'm getting, and he showed me the spam emails, and they were definitely not spam emails. They were telling him to complete his community service requirement for Tennessee Promise. But for a student or someone that is not familiar with these things, there's so much information coming at them that it's hard to decipher what do I actually need to be doing. And then to Dustin's point, when you get to the actual thing, it's too difficult.
Yeah. So
I do commend Dustin, Brett, Mark, everyone from the Access and Outreach team. It is a basic concept, but there's a lot of work that goes behind this. And so Tennessee Direct Admissions hopefully will be a great success after this pilot year, and we're expanding statewide. One other thing, I think a big barrier that students might think is paying for college. And there's so much money to go to college. Particularly in Tennessee, I think we're number 2 in the nation for student aid. And so we have so many different options between the Hope Scholarship, Tennessee Promise, Tennessee Reconnect. And then on top of that, if you were to receive any Pell Grants or Workforce Pell, which is something new. So there's so many different opportunities that a lot of our students do graduate with little to no debt. So...
Awesome. In another time, because we have wasted all of our time talking about Garth Brooks, I want to pick your all's brains about direct admissions. And there was something else you mentioned that I was like, maybe like college application and how you guys are doing that.
Episode 2. Tennessee comes to Kentucky.
Exactly. There you go. When y'all can come up to us, or maybe at NCAN, because
straight from Vegas.
Zach will be there. We
I
are
think it's
doing a
gonna happen. I think it's
podcast
gonna
with Bill and Alessandra, so I think we've got to do one with you while we're there.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about that direct admissions piece because Kentucky just put legislation through, and we're still kind of trying to wrap our mind around.
I mean, I love what Dustin had to say about that, though, because I think it gives a new perspective to like how this can be used for good.
Exactly.
You know, I think the fear of change is always there, but it definitely helps me have, some more perspective on it.
And we hang our hats a lot on our Kentucky Goes to College initiatives, which is our college application campaign, FAFSA Completion Challenge, College Match Day, College Signing Day. And it's funny because we just had a conversation recently about like how does the direct admissions piece affect college application campaign, and so there's a lot more to talk about.
It's funny you say that. I had a meeting and led a meeting in this room last week about that very topic, that direct admissions does impact your college application exploration month or processes. It does.
It's going to, yes.
And so we had a meeting about how we're going to change our college app month to coincide with direct admissions because it changes it.
Yes.
Fundamentally, it changes it.
We're going to need to talk about
that. We could use some guidance. So, okay, so let's talk to the people out there who are not actually listening to this podcast. If there is a high school student or an adult learner or a parent of a high school student listening to this podcast right now, what is the one piece of advice you would give to someone in that college planning process right now?
I would think to use your resources. There's so many different resources available. Particularly school counselors. Your school counselor is a wealth of information. But then also I think that in Tennessee and Kentucky, we're blessed to have these outreach specialists that go into schools and make personal connections. So ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask a stupid question. There's no such thing, particularly with the college process. And just because we know and have seen it all, this is their first time going through this process. So we're here to help. And we're happy to help. We want you to ask us those questions.
How many outreach y'all call them outreach specialists?
We do.
How many do y'all have?
8.
You have 8, and they serve a chunk of the state.
Yes.
And do they live and work in that?
They do.
Area. Okay, very similar to us. We have 13 live and work in their own communities.
Yeah.
Have it kind of a territory they serve. So we see you.
And I think to that also, sometimes it's a little bit confusing to students because there are so many resources. There's so many organizations that go by some sort of acronym or whatever. You've got KIA, you've got TRIO, you've got and so sometimes I think they're on overload with that.
Yes.
And so, just taking time to stop, asking the counselor, I think is that first step for students. Like, who should I work with? Who can help me? Because in every school, it's going to be different, And so, I think that students just not knowing who to talk to, that one's tough. But, and it's constantly evolving. And there's always trends. And there's trends in higher education, just like there's trends in anything else. So are there any upcoming trends that you all see in higher education? And if so, how's THEC preparing for that?
I'm going to put a pin in your trend. I'm going to go back to just one time.
You have advice to give to these people.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, I do. So everything you all said is absolutely true, right? I don't want to take one thing away from what you said. If I were to give that piece of advice, is the college application process, college going process. If you look at the totality of it, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's intimidating. It is, and if you think about it in terms of how many steps there are and how many individual processes, it can really just almost paralyze you.
Yep.
Advice: find one thing, do one thing. Don't do the next thing until that one thing is done. I don't care what it is. If it's your one thing is initiating a conversation with your advisor, or starting the college application, and then you know what, the next day then finish that college application. Don't think about all the stuff, because it becomes so overwhelming. Just do one thing, and then next thing you know, you look back 2 weeks later and you've done 10 things. So there's so many individual little bitty things. And so that was it. And so
That's great.
When paying for college, students and families should start with scholarships, grants, savings, and federal student aid. But if there's still a gap, it may be time to compare private student loan options.
One thing to know is that not all private lenders are the same. Some are national for-profit lenders, while others are state-based or nonprofit lenders created to help students and families make informed borrowing decisions.
Nonprofit private lenders may offer competitive fixed rates, no origination fees, local or state-based service, and a mission focused on education financing. And don't be fooled by as low as rates. Those lowest advertised rates are often available to very few borrowers. What matters is the actual rate you're qualifying for.
Before borrowing, compare rates, fees, repayment options, cosigner requirements, and borrower benefits. If you receive a student private loan rate over 11%, pause before you borrow and compare other options, including nonprofit and state-based lenders.
When searching online, try phrases like nonprofit private student loans, state-based private student loans, nonprofit education loan lenders, or Advantage Education Loans. Advantage Education Loans are a nonprofit, Kentucky-based option worth comparing before you borrow.
Now,
Trend.
back to trend.
Do you want to do trend first, or I've got a trend?
go for it, because my trend go for it. Trend.
Oh, I think flexibility, short-term credentials,
Yes.
different pathways to a degree. I think there's a lot of talk, particularly about a 3-year bachelor's degree. Oh,
That's on my notes, man. Yeah.
She's reading your
Seriously.
so what
I'm
else do we have on these
I'm
trends?
so glad I'm here to offer advice. 'Cause
So I think that is that just finding quicker pathways to a credential for students. That's the trend.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, we've discussed direct admissions. Alignment between dual enrollment and credential Tennessee spending a lot of needs to spend energy and effort figuring out how we best support students to credential by aligning students taking free dual enrollment classes and make sure they match with the credential that can be earned down the road. And so that's really critical for the student.
Yeah.
Right? Every school wants their access to the dual enrollment money that exists.
Yes.
But if it's not benefiting the student, stop doing it. I mean, it just stop doing it. So that's a big one. And listen, it's coming everywhere. The 90-hour degree is coming.
Yeah.
It is. And so regardless of what it means and how it's received and all the other stuff, I don't care about any of that, because it's coming.
Right. It's going to be a reality.
It's going to be a reality. And then, I've been asked questions, will the market accept a 90-hour degree? Honestly, I don't care about that one either, because I think the market will, because it will. Yeah. And especially if you introduce 90-hour degrees, and, when you start looking at, I'm sorry if you're one of the 2 people that listen to this,
it's more like 10.
12. So, there's going to be a hard look at humanities, and I'm sorry to even say it, but there's going to be a very hard look at humanities with a bunch of our degrees, of the degrees. And so when all that, higher ed everywhere is going to change so much in the next 5 to 10.
Great.
We're going through a time of great transition, ultimately for 2 things: what best supports the student, and what is the most market-ready credentialing way for a student to get through the system. Right. That's it. And so what that looks like is going to be it's going to be very different. It's exciting. It's nerve-wracking. But it's coming. I mean, it's here. I mean, it's here. It's coming.
Because we were just talking when I first walked in, and you were asking about the ACT summit, and we were talking just about like the workforce emphasis. It's in Kentucky. It is short-term credential, go to work. Short-term credential, go to work. Get your degree, make more money. Get your degree, make more money. Do something with your hands. Learn a skilled trade. And I ain't knocking that, y'all. Like that is. I have 3 like blue collar brothers 4. One of them was like has a degree. He's a librarian, like has a degree in theater. So he's the generation of us who like went to school and like we had to take a philosophy class because like you can't be a director of outreach at Kia unless you've had that philosophy class, But I have 4 blue collar brothers who are like, they, got their short-term credentials and they're out there making more money than I ever thought about making. So like, I'm not knocking that, but I do think there is still, and this is a drum that we beat a lot, there's still a place for bachelor's degrees.
Yes, absolutely.
Like there is still a place where we are preparing our next generation of people for the changing world, and we're teaching them how to read critically and think critically and analyze and synthesize information. That's more important now than it was for us in the 90s and the early 2000s to be able to analyze and synthesize information. For my kid to be able to watch something on YouTube and realize like that's not real, or it doesn't necessarily mean that. Now my kids are 7, so like he doesn't need to know that yet. But like someday we still need those places giving bachelor's degrees that teach how to function in a changing economy.
There's definitely still value in each type of degree. Yes,
Absolutely.
The short-term credentials, we're always going to need those as the workforce grows, but also your associate's programs and your bachelor's degrees, master's, doctorates. I mean, there's value there, and I think it's just finding the passion that you have and sticking with it instead of feeling pressure to be, square peg, round hole. And that's a lot of what our master plan. We just recently released our master plan this past year for the next 10 years, and it's how can we be aligned, how can we be agile, how can we achieve, and so we can talk about master plan another day, but truly is what is the value of higher education for our students,
and what is the definition of higher education, because I think part of the hole we dug for ourselves was that we defined higher education as moving away from home, living in a dorm, going for 4 years, getting that philosophy degree. And so many people said, I don't want to do that. Right. And now we have to say, these are all great options. There's a place at the table for all of these options. Let's now get you to the right one, and I think that's...
Well, I think it's interesting, too, when I was at the ACT conference last year, I think a lot that we were hearing, particularly from business owners, people who were, in the industry of, getting these short-term credentialed people to come in and start working in their, whatever it is they make or do. And the problem that they were seeing so much is that they weren't mature enough in a way. And so sometimes the short-term credentials is just that. It's short-term. So sometimes you've got an 18-year-old going into this very adult environment and situation. And that's where sometimes those philosophy classes and things like that come into play, because helps you
grow you up a little bit.
So that's kind of the struggle and the balance of where can we find a happy medium for some of that stuff, for those students who want to, who are looking to go straight to work, but sometimes
there's some growing up to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I keep talking about the conversations I'm having at the ACT Summit, but there's just been so many. We were talking at my table this morning about, the push in our community to graduate high school with your associate's degree. And I said, what we forget about is that then those people are 18 years old. They're walking into classes full of junior level college courses, which are very different than their dual credit and dual enrollment courses. And then also they're graduating from college when they're 20 years old with a bachelor's degree. And I love you, but I don't want to hire a 20-year-old who doesn't have a work ethic, who doesn't know how to come to work, whose mom is calling in sick for them. There is a maturation process that doesn't need to be discounted, and that's got to happen somewhere, and so y'all think our job is all just fun and games and joking around about Garth Brooks on podcasts, but it is a delicate balance that we are trying to strike here. It is basically an impossible science.
Well, I think another part of that conversation is we're not just looking at your traditional 18-year-olds. There are so many students that are going into the workforce and then realizing that they maybe need an extra credential to level up in their job, or maybe they want a career change.
Yes.
And so that's where I'm really proud of our Tennessee Reconnect folks, our navigators, who connect with our adult learners and connect them to a pathway that can get them to the next step. So it like you were mentioning earlier, there's always that misconception of the word college with everything that we work in, whether it's what is a college. Like a lot of folks don't think about our TCATs and our community colleges when they're thinking of college, because they're thinking of that brick and mortar 4-year university. But on the opposite side of that, there are so many different pathways that they can take. So.
Absolutely. So what is one thing, this is our final question before our quick fire. I'm excited about our quick fire. What's one thing about your job or about THEC that people are usually, that was definitely her paper. Definitely. Repeat, make the sound again so everyone can know that it was no, that's not the same sound. Try again.
That was not as pronounced. Anyways, that was on page 2 of my notes, so we had to get there.
Watch, we'll like listen to this and you will not hear it. Like the mic will pick it up and everyone will be like, what are they talking about?
Oh, I think I'm crying.
That can be a teaser clip.
There you go.
Excuse you. Okay, so
What's one thing about your job or THEC that people would be surprised to learn?
Oh, that was on the first page, Cassie.
what's one job?
Rip it again.
We have very little student facing contact, which is
Really?
very little.
That is surprising to learn.
I'm grateful for what we do, but the higher the position you get into to be able to create and do it, you're removed from the people you got into this for.
Yeah.
That's why you have to try to remember who you serve.
Yeah.
Because you don't serve them face to face anymore. Like we have a heart for students. I have a real heart for parents. I know some people can't stand parents, and I get it. That's well deserved. There are some of you that are crazy that'll listen to this.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot of you that are so genuinely seeking help and guidance to help your student.
Yeah.
I love working with those parents, and you don't. And so you reach a certain point where, and I do miss that. So we have positions at THEC that are student and family facing. We definitely do. But there's the majority of us, we don't.
Now you're reading from my notes.
Did I take your thunder?
What?
Yes.
You guys are like basically the same brain, 2 halves of one brain.
But I was going to say behind the scenes, there's so much that happens behind the scenes. No, we don't get to speak to students every single day, which is a big bummer because I loved working with students. But at the same time, I think it really motivates us to know that the impact that we are working on all of these different programs is directly affecting Tennesseans across all 95 counties. It's directly impacting all of these students. So that's why we keep doing what we're doing, is to make these small changes that eventually do add up into big changes across the state.
Absolutely. You guys have 95 counties?
We sure do.
Yeah. We have 120.
Oh. Well.
I have so many things I want to say.
It's not the quality or the quantity of counties. It's the quality, right?
So many things.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the quick fire.
Quick fire.
And that is,
Are
and
we
I'm not,
sure?
and you're gonna participate in this too, by
Okay.
the way. And I'm not going to like box you into one word, because like the more I thought about it, I was like, that's kind of mean. Right? You get a word or a short phrase.
Got it.
And I'm just going to say something and just down the line, bump, bump, bump. And if you get it before, like if yours hits before the person next to you, just spout it out, okay? All right, here we go, quick fire. FAFSA in 2024 versus 2026.
Ugh.
Easier now.
I was going to say simplified.
Absolutely, that's
Yes.
good, that's good. College match day.
Yay.
College signing day. That's what we call it down here in Tennessee.
We'll talk about that. That needs expansion.
Juniors.
Good. So college match day and college signing day, are we talking about two different things?
Ours is decision day. Is your all signing
Signing
day?
day. Our college match day is a new initiative for juniors.
Which is that just got rolled out this last year.
You just did it.
Well, no, that just got rolled out from ACAC, I think, this last year, right?
We've been on the train for
about
3 years.
Oh, they learned from you.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I mean, you are the one that made it a competition, to be fair.
But they do call us fast food champions for a reason.
Because we are.
You guys got us there.
Because we are.
We have no comeback for that one. Okay, we have no comeback for that one. So college match day is for juniors, but how many years have y'all been doing it? Just have you done one yet?
Signing day?
You've not done one yet. College signing day is where you celebrate the seniors. We call that decision day.
So we have not done a match day.
Got it.
Yes. So
it is a very new initiative.
Yes, incredibly new. No, we have not done it.
Are you going to be involved in the states that they're expanding to? Do you know?
Potentially.
Okay.
Yes.
We think you should.
You
It's
do?
a good one. Yeah.
You do?
It is. We can talk about that on our next podcast.
Okay.
It's really good. Okay. Next quick fire. One big beautiful bill.
I was Trump account because I just opened up one for my son that was born in December.
Yes. I'm going to open up for my kids, even though they don't get the extra money. I'm going to open them.
Loans.
Kids are too grown.
That's a good one. Good one. My kids are too grown for something. Okay. Next quick fire. Cowboy boots.
No.
I was going to say for tourists and for cowboys, but nobody in between.
No.
Starts with the big T. Texas.
That's right. Nashville is not known for
Tennessee.
cowboy boots, but that's fine.
Texas.
Beside the point. College application campaign. That's it, right?
Is that your answer?
Terribly awesome.
I get it.
I was going to say
Strangely, I get it.
September.
Good.
That's our college
That's a good
app
one.
Changing.
Yes.
Changing.
Good. THEC.
Love.
Family.
Friends.
Y'all are so good at
Oh
this.
my gosh. Group hug.
I know. FAFSA mandate.
Not needed here.
Number 1.
Y'all are number 1? Really?
We have, I actually got this information a while back. If we stay number 1 for this year, it will be our 10th consecutive year being number 1.
In FAFSA completion.
That's 10.
That's right.
Kentucky.
I can't count that high.
That's 9 more than 1.
We're the top 20.
Not us.
Not us. There you go. Yeah, we don't have a true FAFSA mandate. It's a version of a repackaged version. Hope Scholarship.
I was going to say opens doors.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Life changing.
That's good.
I mean, money. That's what I know.
Money, yes.
Damn.
Wish was mine.
Yeah.
I wish our Keys kind of is a great program. Don't get me wrong, it's a great program, but it is not on the level of the Hope Scholarship. And that's part of that is because we don't get the whole lottery appropriation. And then some of the new lottery now doesn't even come. It goes to the general fund. So anyway, okay, Kia.
What's that?
Never again. Never again. Cancel Vegas.
I saw it coming. I had to low-hanging fruit. All right, ask again. Do it again.
Kia.
Friends.
I was also going to say friends.
Yes. You could say family. It's fine.
Tell your ride.
Tell your ride. Kia, tell your ride. Read that last question.
Yes, so let's go for it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so one of the biggest reasons that we wanted to invite our friends in Tennessee onto this podcast is because they have kind of special news, something special coming down the pike. So is this the official announcement? We're just going to say who it is.
So I guess when you post this up, it's officially internally. So we are launching our own version of a podcast in Tennessee. Our first episode will be put out Tuesday, September 15th. Nice. I still yet haven't decided exactly what we're going to call it. I think that may have happened overnight.
Yeah.
I think it's good. There's a series of emails that happened last night that occurred that I think we've landed on the name.
Do you get to float the name, or can you not say it yet? It's going to be
Dustin
coffee
is
with
Dustin is a man of mystery. We'll keep it a mystery for a little bit longer.
Because
We got to draw you back here.
Yes,
That's
so,
right. Here you go.
But we do have a working title, and I do have our first a few guests lined up. We've kind of landed on a format. It's going to. I'm not even going to tell you. I think it can't be worse than Kentucky's. So
He ain't never coming back. No. Yeah, exactly.
No,
Because
but
you're
you know what I do want? I do want a neon sign that's in my backdrop that says THEC Studios.
Oh, nice.
Right? I love in my mind that vision.
That's really good. Didn't we
we
give them the idea of calling it what THEC is up with college?
So
Was that next?
you did.
Was that 86?
We talked. No, we talked about that in Detroit. And what I've done is I can't call the but we will have a segment that will be what to heck is up with ...
Yeah.
And so and that will be like our closing segment of every episode where I will ask some ridiculous things like what the heck is up with cowboy boots and or just whatever comes to mind, and then try to figure out how I tie that back into
it's
the
your coffee
episode.
talk.
And
I
so
love it.
It is but no, we'll have a podcast and I'll be hosting it. I'm so sorry, so but it's going to be very similar to yours. It's going to I love our agency. I'm saying this up front. And so if we try to make it like very higher ed heavy, that bores me even thinking about it. And so it's got to be fun. It's got to be engaging. It's got to be, we'll tie a bunch of things back in, but I don't want to make it so heavy that it's not palatable. So we're going to be people that just have a hoot and handy, and
I love it.
Hoot and handy, and just go for it. So,
we'll be listening.
Yeah, I mean, we got a call from someone who wanted to meet with us, and she's from California. And she has never met us.
Nope.
And she's
not
listens
my
to our
mom.
podcast.
Oh.
And she was like, "You guys are great."
She was like,
and
I
we were
love your podcast. You guys are really good at this. And we were like, we're Coffee with Kia.
Yeah.
I think you listened to the wrong one.
You called the wrong people.
California, call me.
That's right.
So,
We'll share guests
California?
with you. Yes,
that's a great song.
coming
Who
on
sings
to
this
the
California
podcast.
song?
She is.
California. Anyway, I can't sing.
I thought you were doing like California
No, not
knows
that one.
how to party.
There's another one.
There's so many California.
You have
second.
one. Tell us your California song. Ellison is.
That's what
That's
she is.
good. Yes.
We have a studio.
Here we are
audience,
in
so I know you
Nashville
guys
singing
didn't know
about
that.
California.
Yeah, I gotta get out here, get in the studio.
That's right. All right, loves. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
This has been amazing. We're definitely going to set it up for Vegas to revisit some
Y'all
of these
have
topics.
so much fun.
Right.
What
We're gonna
happens in Vegas and it lands on
Kentucky's podcast.
It's going to be on the podcast, so maybe don't listen to that one if you employ me. Okay, so thank you so much. We will do this again because this has been awesome, and there's so much more I want to talk about, but we spent a lot of time talking about Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
So we are coming at you at the end of the month. I know. Okay, so wait, this is breaking news for Coffee with Kia. I do have to say this. You asked for more. We're going to give you more. I mean, you didn't really ask for more, but we're going to give you more whether you want it or not. We have officially.
Cassie likes to talk.
I know. I just really love to hear myself. And then I listen to myself and I'm like, how do I have any friends? And y'all are like, maybe you don't.
We're your friends.
Yeah, exactly. I heard no responses to
We're
that.
paid to be here.
We historically in the last year have done one episode a month. We are now starting in July increasing it to 2 episodes a month, and so we're trying to do one with some guests, one on location somewhere, and somewhere along the line we're going to go back to the studio. But so we're coming to you at the end of the month on location from our July staff meeting and training in beautiful Lake Barkley area. I said Lake Barkley, and Tony was very confused because she thought we were going to be at Kentucky Dam Village.
We are.
But isn't Kentucky Dam Village
I mean,
on Lake Barkley?
Barkley and and Kentucky Lake, like
run into
all
the
right
same.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know when you're
They share
out
waters.
one and into the other.
They share waters. Okay, so anyways, we're coming to you from Kentucky Lake. I don't even know where we're going to be, but I'll be there. And until then,
Kia
later.
We're number one.
I should have got my mouthful of water and spit it right at you when you said that.
We get a lot of listeners based on
Oh.
Right? Something
Vietnam.
crazy.
Yes, I'm for it.
Well,